You're listening to CreepGeeks Podcast. So it begins again. Welcome back to CreepGeeks Podcast. This is Season 9, Episode 346.
Noah's Ark, Loch Ness Monster, Solar Storms, Kim Kardashian, Irish Lion, Cheap Starlink, and Stranded Chinese Astronauts.
Yes, there we go. We have a lot of dumb stuff to talk about today. So we're going to jump into our dumb podcast and talk about the dumb stuff.
Lots of dumb going on.
Yeah. Well, this is one of those things where we sit down to do this and like everything has gone wrong. Mm-hmm. Like everything was fine. Let's sit down and do this. And it's like, okay, let's get a little fast food, because lots of stuff happening. Have delicious soup burgers because everything is just trashed. Sticky. Now you smell like ketchup, mayonnaise, onions, and all that stuff.
Bad onions.
It's like,
it's not even what I ordered.
I know. And it's just weird. Basically, the country is going down the tubes.
Would you stop?
Customer service doesn't exist. The expectation of getting what you paid for is not there. We need to bring industry and companies and stuff back into the U.S., and we need to bring people into the workforce and teach them how to do things, I guess. Sort of relearn what we've been putting up with for the past 4 years. 5 years now. Because COVID, I think, gave everybody a reason just to be crappy to each other, and the expectation of quality work has gone away. You just expect what you expect. The whole idea that customer is always right has turned into, screw the customer, we don't care at all, how dare you. It's like, you know what, I'm tired of it. Old man rant.
Oh.
But it's true, though. It's like our expectation in the transaction has gotten to the point where we're just happy if we get it. You try to do a greeting with somebody, hey, how you doing? They just look at you. And then you repeat it. You're like, do you not understand? And they're doing it purely transactional. It's like they've forgotten the whole, hi, I'm a human. I see you, human. We've never seen each other before. Let's basically be at peace with each other by using a greeting, salutations.
So
they just look at you.
I had to go to a really important meeting last week, and it ran long. So I decided to go to a fast food restaurant afterward.
What was it called?
Hardee's. But it was the one on the other side of the county.
Yeah.
It's all computerized. You don't get to talk to a person at the drive up.
Well, you can't train them anymore, I guess.
The only reason the people are there, because I was like, wait, I just pulled up. The place says it's open. There's no cars in the parking lot at all. So I get to the front, and literally the only thing I had got to interact with was a girl's arm.
Was it nice? Was it nice to you?
The arm?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's funny how we're taking like fast food places and turning them into manufacturing facilities where the robots are actually people and the people are AI.
It handed me food in my general direction.
Just pumping it out.
Yeah.
We're probably 3 years out before it becomes fully automated.
Oh, there's...
like places like Hardee's and stuff like that.
There's a fully automated McDonald's already.
Well, of course there is.
Yeah.
McDonald's is like, okay, we'll pay you guys $18 an hour. We're going to get rid of everything. We're going to keep feeding you trash. Yeah. These record profits we can put on auto McDonald's.
So
McDonald's AI. You'd be like, oh, great. Dehydrated food pellets. We're like 5 years away from Soylent Green.
No, like...
Or we're just eating each other and we're all going to be dumber for it.
But you know what?
And be like, oh, would you like to eat this person? This person's very smart. We're like, ooh. This is our neuro version. And then you got like, you could pick your grade. You want to be smart or you just be energetic. You just eat a sporty person.
Well, they already have that with all the mushroom supplements you see on the internet. Right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Do you want sporty mushroom?
That's the type of person you get to pick. You want a smart person, full of omega-3s, or do you want to eat a fat person, like fast food, little like pork rind flavored people? You know what I mean?
I am in my mid-40s. And I am tired of trying to figure out what to eat and all this other stuff. And we all know that The Simpsons likes to predict the future, but sometimes Futurama does as well. Yes. Same guy, right? The one thing I want on Futurama they don't really have nowadays, and it's when Bender goes shopping for Fry and goes grocery shopping and brings home a big old bag of bachelor chow. And you just dump it into the bowl, add some sort of liquid, and he's just like, bachelor chow.
It actually sounds pretty good.
I would eat that. It looks like Cocoa Puffs on the cartoon, but it's got everything a bachelor needs so it doesn't die of like lack of sunlight.
Dang.
And I'm like, I kind of want
It's got electrolytes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want that.
I guess I need to say this podcast is brought to you with bioengineered food products, right? Little rant. Anyway, all right, so moving into podcast, we have a lot of stuff we like to talk about. This is a podcast where we broadcast paranormal news and share our strange experiences from our underground bunker in the mountains of western North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when we don't have a lot of paranormal news, we talk about this stuff in general that's weird.
Yeah.
And this is probably one of those podcasts. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We made it through Halloween and all that stuff. Now we're rolling up into Turkey Day. So we'll see. If you don't celebrate Turkey Day, that's okay. Maybe you can do Steaksgiving.
Yeah.
Instead of Turkey Day. Because, you know, turkey, honestly, is trash. It really is. It's always dry. It's like a not good chicken. I don't know how to describe it. It's
Remember
just
that
like,
one time I wrapped it in bacon?
Yes.
That was pretty good.
That was like 15 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
Just saying. Okay, that's one experience. Like you can get a rotary chicken from like a grocery store, and it's good.
It's also smaller than our dog.
Well,
Shrinkflation.
that's up to you. You picked it. I thought it was a Cornish game hen. You're like, I got a small one.
I didn't say I got the small one.
It looked like it was the most cooked. Like we can cook that thing in the oven.
All of them were small.
Well,
yeah,
it was very small.
Yeah,
like I could put it in my hand and throw it, like very far. Make me feel like a giant throwing a cow.
We are old people in this whole episode. You know that, right?
Guess who doesn't care? We're rolling into the things. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by Barley's Bites. They're dedicated to providing top quality homemade dog treats for every doggo to enjoy. And that's true. Our dog, Jack, likes them. He eats them up. Mm-hmm. So, and he hides them, which is weird.
Yeah.
So, just saying. But I mean, that's good if a dog's like, I will save this for later.
Let me savor it 3 days from now.
I will savor this for later, and I will definitely make sure I act like I haven't been fed in a year and a half. Jack's taking on. He was pretty skinny when we got him. Yeah. And he's more wiener dog than anything. But he looks like the old, like, 1930s cartoons where you see, you know, the character starving to death, and then his friend turns into a very plump hot dog.
Yeah.
You know, the kind that's been tied at the ends. That's what he looks like. So. And the other guy looks at you and you turn into a chicken leg or whatever. You're like, stomach's growling. That's what he looks like. So, anyway. What do you think about that? Okay, so I guess we'll just kind of get into it. What do you think?
Okay.
We keep threatening to. We just don't. Every so often, over the past, 50 years now, I remember this when I was a little kid, watching In Search Of. And they were like, Noah's Ark has been found in Turkey. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, it comes back, Noah's Ark has been found in Turkey. It's like all the shows keep doing it. Well, evidently, it's back again. Noah's Ark's been found. Oh. Right? This was like on the Today Show. And they run a credulous report claiming proof that Noah's Ark has been found in Turkey. And what's the difference between this time and all the other times?
What?
Technology. So the same weirdo technology they're using to scan pyramids and stuff, saying there's lazy shafts that go 1,000 feet in the ground and all that, they're kind of using with the pyramids, and they sort of come up with the idea that this is the Ark.
Didn't they do that around 2020, though?
I'm not sure.
I could have sworn they had.
Well, I think it's in the Bible that says where it is.
Okay.
And if everything matches in where the Bible says it is, then it is where it is. It's in Turkey. It's on top of the mountaintop. Has like that sort of oval shape to it, like a football shape.
Okay. And
they're using technology to show that, you know, they think that maybe the possibility is what they're saying. And I don't know how true any of this is, that the top deck has collapsed and we're showing where there's passageways and cabins in there. So I figured I had to put it in there, and I didn't even watch the thing.
Yeah.
The article, because it was like on Today Show, right? I didn't. I looked at it, and it's like, okay. And they're doing this kind of like, I don't know. It's like they're looking at this as being like an episode of Forbidden History. So, but yeah. I don't know. Because Ron Wyatt is the one who made the claims in the 70s that there it is on Mount Ararat. This is the Ark and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. And people were looking at it back then. Oh, yeah, this is ridiculous and all that. But now using the new scanning technology, like it's got 3 decks.
But they're trying to say it's where this natural
Genesis
rock formation
6:16 is where it says it is. So.
I know. It's just they're trying to say it's where this natural rock formation is, and I mean, I just want somebody to either crack open the rock formation or send somebody out there to just start digging.
Well, they're thinking it's mainly limestone, or since it's mainly limestone, that they can probably get into it.
Okay.
And start to find out. So, but there's been like 65 years of failed efforts to try to get into this thing and see. So, I don't know. So whether you believe in the Ark or not, there are indisputable biblical lands that's drawing people there now. They're starting to show up again because this would happen too. I'm trying to think of when I was watching In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy when they brought it up. They're saying that people were making pilgrimage and stuff, but I don't know. I hope that if it is the Ark, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of see what's in there. But they're also trying to say that, this is really just a naturalistic rock formation.
Which is what I think it is. Until we have somebody find something.
Somebody gets out there with like a post hole digger and digs down far enough.
Send Google Maps out there. They'll figure it out.
Well, they're using technology similar. So anyway, that's the question. Do you think this is Noah's Ark? I mean, everybody knows the story, I would think. And if you don't, then you probably should look. But if you just look Noah's Ark, Mount Ararat, you'd be like, wow. And you can see the shape and everything. It does look kind of questionable, though, when you look at it as to, is this truly a natural rock formation, or could this actually be Noah's Ark? The Great Flood. Every civilization has a story of the Great Flood. So I think even L. Ron Hubbard's Dianetics, or the story before that with it was a movie and John Travolta was in it. Is it Battlefield Earth or something like that? They bring the idea that humans were created in DNA and genetically modified, and that a lot of the DNA was stored, and the ship that crashed was really an ark or something. It was a really bad movie. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Which, in a weird segue, you have John Travolta, who is a Scientologist, and now, Tom Cruise is definitely a Scientologist. He just was recently awarded an honorary Oscar. And people were like, why hasn't he gotten one before? And they rattle off all the list of movies he's been in, right?
Yeah.
Because he was a Scientologist. He's nuts. They don't reward that kind of thing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty crazy if your religious beliefs are crazy enough to even Hollywood thinks it's too crazy. Hollywood's all about, being bad. Yeah, so who knows? Just creepy. You know what else is creepy?
What?
So there's a guy who's basically making avatars of your dead loved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can interact with an AI version of your dad or your mom or something.
I'm a little creeped out.
It's a creepy AI. And so he creates these interactive avatars, right? And here's what the skeptics are calling it: demonic, dishonest, and dehumanizing.
Okay.
That's an organized effort right there.
Yeah.
So, and I thought about this, and it's just kind of like, man.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But then, if you think about it, there's also that whole, it's like a common sci-fi plot line, like Ghost in the Shell type thing, or like the recent Aliens series, where it's like transferring consciousness to a digital and physical avatar.
Well, it was even an X-Files episode where they uploaded from a trailer.
Yeah. And I'm
into
like,
the internet, right?
yeah. I'm like, would I do that? And I'm like, yeah, as long as it's actually me. You know? I don't know.
Well, who else would it be?
It could be a replication of me, which goes into some ethics questions. Like,
Well, I mean, it would, no matter what, it would be a replication. You'd be a replicant. Yeah, so evidently this Disney star, who's former Disney star, Caleb Worthy, has been blasted for his app that uses AI to create avatars of dead loved ones.
oh.
Yeah. I guess he started as Des Wade. I don't know. I don't watch Disney Channel stuff, but building a living archive of humanity. I mean, there's a lot of AI-based shows where people get, I mean, I'd be okay if it was like an AI of like, maybe Albert Einstein or something.
Yeah, something like for a museum.
Yeah, somebody I don't really know personally.
Yeah. Like,
So I could just feel like, oh, but I mean, if it's your parents or other loved ones, I just think this is weird, man. I don't know if I like that.
yeah. But,
So some people find the technology appalling,
yeah.
demonic, dishonest, dehumanizing. So, what if loved ones we've lost could be part of our future? And it shows like a pregnant lady, and she's talking to an AI mom, her AI mom, like sharing of life events. I mean, maybe it's cathartic, or it could be, but I don't know, man. This is kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, we watched the show where we've seen a couple episodes containing people that are locked in, where they're fully conscious, but they're in a body. Their body doesn't respond, and there's not things they can do. So they're trying to use like technology, like neurotechnology and brain implant type stuff, to be able to communicate, write on a keyboard, so you could use a computer screen to actually communicate.
Yeah.
So maybe something like this with the AI might be useful for that. Maybe they could take it a different way and utilize AI to create a version of themselves where they could interact with the internet and people and stuff like that. So if you're locked in and you can't move or do any of that stuff, right? Yeah. You could have your AI, your avatar, do things and interact with people. I mean, that would be kind of, if it's medically, useful.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, here's Todd. Todd's a vegetable. He can't do anything. Here's Todd's avatar. I don't know. It's just kind of it's weird.
An ethics quandary. I don't know. So.
I mean, the best thing you could do if you were the creator of something like this and you wanted to get around all this scrutiny and terrible thoughts and feelings about it, is have it blow up on social media, like a place like TikTok or
that's
Facebook or something like that. And then eventually, because the youngsters don't seem to care. They're like, yay, whatever, man.
He tried to. In fact, if you Google his name, because that's what I did, I was like, I've never heard of this guy. So I highlighted his name, right-clicked, search on Google. And the first few results are like Instagram and this article and another article. What if loved ones we've lost could be a part of our future? At two-way, and it's just these ads, AI avatar. And that's like the whole first 2 scrolls of search results. So, yeah. So he is trying to get, and I would disagree about the youngsters not caring. I just had to read an interesting report on them.
On youngsters?
Yes, and how they find things trend-worthy and how they choose brands and stuff like that. And the fact is that you cannot seem to harness their brand loyalty the way we could do previous generations because they're so plugged in. But they also, for some reason, have a more humanitarian look at things, like the impact of certain things, that it's challenging for brands to get them to be like...
Well, that's how they're getting their integrity.
Yeah. So...
Whereas you got your integrity back in the olden days, it seems, by, performing well in school and doing things and being kind to one another and helping out and, helping the community and putting sort of labor into things, effort, labor, blood, sweat, and tears, right? To become a good person. Okay. And you try to do the right thing, even if it was, hard. Mm-hmm. Now it's so easy just to jump on the bandwagon and go, I care about the planet. That's my integrity. When really, if you cared about the planet, do you really need to advertise? Do you need to virtue signal and do all that stuff? Do I need to tell everybody I like the planet?
But on the flip side of that, what better way to show your impact than
to advertise it?
No, through capitalism, because they're virtue signaling and brand loyalty. Okay, I don't like Nestle water because the way they affect whatever. I'm not saying I do or do not, but I can just not buy Nestle water ever.
Well, of course.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right, but I mean, so they're doing it based off of what they buy and not what they actually do. Yeah. It seems entirely disingenuous to me.
Now there's more of that younger generation signing up for trail maintenance days and wilderness cleanup. And,
I mean, sure, because they probably have to have some sort of credit to apply to their education or whatever to do all that. I just think things are. It probably wouldn't hurt to have 90 days where the internet and everything goes down. 90 days. I think there'd be a shift in things, because what are you going to do when you can't? How are you going to get out of your phone? Right? Turn it off. Go outside, cut the grass, touch grass, get in touch with reality a little bit.
You know what's going to happen instead? Somebody would just use that 90 days to build content for the future.
Well, they would try.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's like, look, guys, I bought these shoes for $100 because for every pair of shoes I buy, a bottlenose dolphin gets saved. Oh man, you're so cool. You have integrity. That's the way it's going to be. And we watch movies where in the future it's all advertisements everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like Blade Runner is really good for that, where everything is an advertisement.
Yeah.
And then if you look at other movies like The Fifth Element, same thing, advertisements everywhere and all that. That's pretty much just how it's going to be.
There's a new series.
And then look at Minority Report, where you do get out of a train and every ad that you see is catered to you, and everybody's seeing different ads. And we already have that now with the phone.
So there was a new series that I've been watching, and it's called Subway Takes, and this dude talks to other people and gets a hot take while they're riding the subway.
Yeah, it's been around for a couple of years so far, I think.
Well, he took one, and it was one of them was advertised for everything, and the hot take was to subsidize healthcare through advertising. And if you can't do that, let's start first with the subway. Let's make the subway in New York free. It's just you have to pick your 12-minute ad. And and that simple thing right there makes sense. I could see that.
On a very base level, but I mean, so by doing that, and the money comes from advertising, are they actually going to have enough ads being sold to the individuals to pay for things like maintenance, the people that work doing the maintenance and cleaning the subways and making sure all the equipment runs, and getting the tickets and all of that, the cops that patrol? I don't think there's going to be enough. So
I think it could work.
Because, when you pay the fare, to get on the subway and ride, that's what pays for all that stuff. It's like toll booths.
Yeah. Or with the example with the healthcare, if you have to sit in the doctor's office anyways, or if you're doing web visits and they expect you to show up 15 minutes early for your web visit, you have to sit through 15 minutes of medication commercial.
For what? To make your visit free?
Or at least subsidized in some.
They'll just raise the price.
Yeah.
I used to pay $5 for these video visits. Now I got to pay $9.50. Yeah. But if I watch a 12-minute ad, I'll be able to go back to my $5, which is what they do with products.
Yeah, which, and then the kid said something like, well, then you make Prime, like, so.
Oh, so then I get to pay.
Yeah.
To get,
New York Subway Prime or, Urgent Care Prime.
I just think the future is going to suck with this stuff.
Yeah, so. So grumpy.
I am today.
Yeah.
But this I thought was kind of funny. We talked about this in the past.
Yeah, didn't this happen?
Like Colorado or somewhere like that. So places where there's no sense of humor, becomes a thing.
Yeah.
So there's this person who got in trouble. This is like Mount Gambier.
Where is Mount Gambier?
I'm not exactly sure. But they have been charged for damage to the city's cast in blue sculpture.
Oh, it's in South Australia.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Australia definitely has no more sense of humor. The people, I think, there do. But I think the government and people in charge do not.
Yeah.
By putting googly eyes. Remember we talked before about putting googly eyes on things?
Yeah, on those
and
deer
people were like, oh, yeah. If you put googly eyes on it, you're going to damage the art. And meanwhile, a bird can shit all over it. And,
yeah.
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 Well, this lady's been charged over damaging this sculpture by putting googly eyes on it.
I think it is a vast improvement.
I will be honest. I seen the picture before I read the article. I just thought the eyes were there. It makes this sculpture looks interesting to me.
Click on the second link in the podcast notes. That's what it looks like normally.
Some pot-bellied weird thing?
Yeah.
I think it needs the eyes.
It needs them. Vastly improved it, especially because at certain angles, this weird pot belly thing just looks inappropriate. At least the eyes make it look like a Muppet of some sort. I cannot believe she is basically getting charged with this. This is like, now, she wasn't like that little old lady who tried to redraw like an ancient portrait of Jesus or something.
No, she just
slapped some googly eyes.
This cast in blue thing is a mythical version of the megafauna.
Whatever.
It used to be found in the southeast. But the color is the city's iconic blue lake.
Whatever. It ain't even.
And locally, they call it the blue blob.
Yeah.
So, but it was it was installed in July, and locally they call it the blue blob. So about 2 weeks after its installation, chunks of paint were chipped off of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And so it says around 2 weeks after its installation, chunks of paint were chipped off of it. However, no one was charged over the incident, despite the council passing CCTV onto the police. Yeah. Then, on September 15th, the council said stickers were placed on the sculpture, but the adhesive could not be removed without damaging its surface.
Okay.
But it doesn't say that the googly eyes is what actually did it.
No, it doesn't.
Necessarily. It says the person's accused, she's 19 years old, she's accused of damaging the sculpture by sticking googly eyes on it. Whatever. So maybe the googly eyes, which were a sticker, pulled the paint off?
I doubt it. I mean, I've had to
I can see it because it looks like this blue blob sculpture. It looks like they didn't prime it.
That's true.
It looks like it was cast and made and then they just painted it blue.
Yeah.
Because the cost to be pursued, in other words, how much she's going to have to get back, does it say how much?
I don't think so.
But it looks like they've got it taped up and they're going to sand it down and respray it blue.
Police estimated the damage at less than $2,500.
Yeah, about what it costs to paint a car.
Okay. Its appearance... The city paid $136,000 for this thing.
For the blue blob.
Yeah. And, oh, man. That makes me mad. Because, like, what do you call them? Dan?
I mean, it is an act of vandalism, I guess, when you put stickers on something and it causes damage. So there you go. Googly eyes are probably not as funny to people who don't have sense of humor.
Yeah.
They should have they should have left them. I think the thing looks great with the googly eyes. You know? It looks less scary. Bring your kids to see it. It looks like some weird blue anteater with a big giant pot belly, and his arms go all the way down to the ground. So it's weird looking. Yeah. And who took the stickers off?
I don't know.
Do you think they got somebody, oh, you need to get the stickers off, and they just ripped them off?
Oh.
If they can spend that much money, $136,000 on the installation, I mean, I would have called the artist and been like, look.
Yeah.
The artist would know that the paint that they used wasn't good. Maybe you could take like a gentle heat gun and loosen the adhesive on this. It's a freaking sticker. Now,
yeah,
our podcast stickers, which we're not selling, by the way, I'm just saying, our podcast stickers are meant to go outside on vehicles and things like that, and they can peel right off without leaving a trace. And they're UV protected and everything. So maybe the girl who stuck them on there,
yeah,
bought some cheap stickers and stuck them on there. But they look like they're the plastic big googly eyes that you bought.
Yeah, off Temu, like the big old giant.
Those things, the adhesive on them was so crap. We couldn't even. I tried to stick one on our little Wise camera, like two little googly eyes.
Yeah.
To give it a face so you can see it when it's looking at you. And it took me forever to get them to even stick. The adhesive was so bad.
Yeah.
I guess if you're going to do googly eyes on art installation, make sure the adhesive's good.
Yeah. And it's a crapshoot. If you go on Amazon or Temu or wherever and you're trying to find giant googly eyes, because we have a prank that we want to do to our local arts council and stick giant ones on the windows, right? Make it look like the art council.
Well, you better not. It'll damage the glass. They'll charge you $36,000 to come clean the windows.
Anyways, we got some that were like 6.5 inches. That was the biggest we could find, 6.5, 7 inches. And we just tried to put them in one of the doors. And one of them, we had to use the heat gun to remove it. And the other, it just would not stay on. Yeah. So we couldn't even get like a full pair to work. But $136,000 for this blue blob thing. Whereas here in North Carolina, we have this famous sculpture guy named Thomas Dambo. He's making these giant carved like trolls out of wood, and he's made an entire trail. And I think it's like $200,000 got you several.
Well, this is Australia. So if you're using Australian money, it's probably like 15 grand. That's a joke, I guess.
And these are 15 feet tall. And they're
pretty neat looking.
Yeah.
So speaking of Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, great segue.
Well, we used to talk about, sightings and stuff that happened. Like, oh, it's the 5th sighting of the year, that kind of thing. And then we kind of stopped doing it because I would look at them and go, it doesn't look like anything. It's like, that could be anything,
Yeah.
Well, we got to do this one because in the official Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register.
Oh. Okay.
In October, towards the end of October, 28th of October.
Yeah.
Michonne Milky was visiting the castle, right?
Yeah.
And he spotted something and took a picture of it, and it looks interesting. And it was interesting enough to go in the Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register. And the reason why I put this is because he's from Texas.
Oh.
So purely that. American. Pointed out, looks to be pretty interesting. That was it.
All right. It just looks like a... Okay.
Something swimming across the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, that's the only reason why I stuck it in there.
Okay.
An American.
American. All right.
And it's a lady. It's like 3 meters long. She took a picture of something that looked like it was about 9 feet long swimming around.
Okay.
So that's it.
That's it. All right.
You know why I put that in there?
Why?
Because I was watching like TikToks and stuff for these British people and Europe, just basically European people, mainly British though, like from UK, saying things like, Americans don't know anything about jacket potatoes. And I'm like, what? And they're talking about like a baked potato.
Yeah.
And then I went into a whole thread of like, there's these like food trucks, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, can I get a jacket potato? And they're like, oh, this is the best thing in the world. And I'm like, cool, what is it? And they pull out this baked potato out of a little plastic box where they bought it pre-cooked, heat it up and put like cheese and sour cream and chives and little bits of bacon on it.
Yeah.
And maybe some kind of sauce, like butter or whatever, and sell it to them for like $15, and they act like it's some crazy gourmet thing. And look, oh, this is a meal, and I'm like, that's not a meal, man. That's a side. That doesn't even count as a meal. You can't go into a place and say, for my main entree, I'd like a baked potato.
My coworker does.
I mean, you can, but it doesn't count, man. If we went to like a steak restaurant and you're like, I would just like a giant baked potato, it's like, no. But they have these weird conceptions about things that we don't know. Like we don't know anything about a baked potato. Oh, we don't know how good beans and toast is. It's like, because it doesn't count.
I don't even count beans and toast as food. So.
I mean, you can.
I don't want to.
I mean, it's got good protein and stuff, but we actually gave them the beans to begin with. Came from Heinz.
Okay.
Like World War II stuff. And they put it on bread, like toast, with some jam or whatever, and they're like, oh, it's delicious. It's like, okay. Let's get out of here, man. Britain is known to be bland.
Yes.
The spiciest thing when I was there that I could get was vinegar, like malt vinegar and ketchup.
Oh.
Everything else, like, oh, I'm like, what is this? I mean, watch the British Bake Off, the Great British Baking Show.
Yeah.
See how spicy they get. Oh, is those jalapenos? Oh, taser tacos.
That entire episode where they kept saying taco the wrong way.
Yeah, taco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Did you hear that they got a lot of hate mail over that episode?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Well, they're all wearing sombreros and running around being culturally insensitive.
That's true.
So, not to the people would be insensitive to, not the Mexican people. They like that kind of thing. They're like, hey, anytime our culture gets put forward and in the public, we like it. So, I was just thinking back to our company had its own little incident. It's like, oh, Dave knows. If Dave's listening, he knows. Dave, I think, had an incident with a mimic. I need to talk to him about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some weird stuff going on.
All right.
So we had some severe solar storms.
Yes, it made me very mad.
Because you don't like storms?
No, actually, it was affecting the Wi-Fi at work.
Yes.
And I had work stuff to do.
It was also putting forth the Northern Lights. What do they call those?
Aurora I forgot. Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
Yeah. Bless the area we live in.
They spelled it wrong?
Somebody posted in a local group. Can somebody tell me what's the best time tonight to see the areolas?
Yes.
Yeah. And somebody quick as could be, well, the temperatures are dropping rapidly, so you'll have a good chance to see them tonight.
Well, that's a valid point.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, this podcast is terrible.
It is. It really is.
Speaking of terrible, 3 Chinese astronauts have been stranded.
Oh.
And then evidently they were rescued and 3 more got stranded?
I don't know. I'm trying to understand the article without all these ads popping up
That's
for me
the
to
hard
sign
part.
in.
Because I put it in there. This was a while ago, actually. Like, I think it was like the November 10th.
Yeah.
When they were stuck.
Yep.
They went up there, a piece of random space debris impacted the go-home module, and they don't know if it's safe or not. So I err on the side of caution, right? So now there's 6 people in this Taejong or Shenzhou. I can't think of the name. Taigong? I think it's the Taigong space station. And now they're trying to figure out how to get them back. Now, China always keeps a rocket ready to save their people, but it doesn't seem like it because I think they would have like come out with something. Don't worry, guys, we'll come get you.
Yeah.
So the idea was, well, they have 2 modules attached to the space station, right? So they send one up that brings up the astronauts, and then they have one already attached to take the astronauts that are already there once they've been like relieved on the space station from duty. They take that back down, and there they go. So that way there's always a capsule attached to the space station to be able to take them away in case something bad happens. So
yeah.
Now they got to figure out, well, if we send these 3 who've already been up here down, that leaves no space capsule return module for the ones that are already there.
Yeah.
So is that a big deal or not? And it kind of made me think about it because when I first read it, I'm like, oh, I'll just take that one down and then, they'll bring another one up. But what happens if something happens while they're gone?
Which is,
they got nothing.
Yeah. They got nothing considering this whole damage and space junk impacts on the main station, as well as like incoming more space junk.
I did see a glimpse of an article that disappeared.
Yeah.
That said that the alluded to, can't say 100% for sure because I couldn't find the article again because it was like gone. Mm-hmm. That when the Russians blew up a satellite in space and put all that debris out there, that some of the debris that actually hit Taizhong space station was from that Russian satellite.
Oh. Well, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to get back or not. I haven't seen or been able to find,
Yeah.
like what's going to happen to these guys. And this has happened before. It happened with our stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
They were stranded for like 6 months. So I was just kind of curious. I put this in here because it happened to us. Now it happened to the Chinese and their space station. And I actually read a couple of comments were like, today's the day I found out that Chinese had a space station. Everybody knows about the International Space Station, but how many people didn't know that there's actually a Chinese space station up there?
I don't know.
So, yeah, because they had a capsule go up in April. They did their thing and they're supposed to come back. And so they sent the replacements up and now it's gotten hit. So how are they going to come back to Earth? Well, as far as I know, China hasn't announced a plan to get them back.
Yeah.
But they said they always have a rocket ready. So what's the deal? I don't understand why I haven't come out and said anything.
Return trip was called off at last
Maybe
minute
they're exaggerating.
when a piece of suspected space junk hit their return capsule. After a test revealed the crack in the viewing port of the struck spacecraft, the Shenzhou 20 crew boarded the return capsule designated for the Shenzhou 21 crew on Friday, November 14th.
Yeah. This is like the Boeing incident all over again.
Yeah. I don't know.
I haven't really seen an update.
Neither have I. This is from November 14th.
Right.
So I have no idea.
So is this just not going to be talked about for 6 months?
Probably. See a bunch of skinny astronauts landing in like the Gulf of Mexico and just be like, "Where are you from?"
Well, I think when there was some scrutiny with some of the astronauts that came back, the ones that were stranded actually got back.
Yeah.
But they looked too healthy. They were expecting them to be,
Yeah.
So, who knows? We're going to keep an eye on it and kind of see what happens because it was like a whole period of like space-related things I threw in here. Like one of the things I thought was actually pretty cool for us was so the U.S. launched the Minuteman III missile.
Yeah.
It was a test. Some of the original headlines were pretty like, we launched a nuclear missile, an unarmed nuclear missile. Which I was like, well, that's technically wrong. If it doesn't have a nuclear warhead, it's just an intercontinental ballistic missile. It doesn't have any nuclear stuff attached to it. It's just a missile. Because, you can put whatever you want in the warhead and make it whatever it is. But the thing is that we shot this thing, I think, over 4,200 miles, and it hit our test range, which is in the same location where I believe Godzilla was created, in the Marshall Islands. So we shot this thing 4,200 miles at night, and it flew there and hit like dead center on target within the margin of approximation there, whatever. There's a distance, like what's considered a direct hit.
Yeah.
No problems, no muss, no fuss. And we need to do this test, right? Did we really need to do the test? No. You know why we did it, right?
Show off.
Hey, China. Hey, Russia. Oh, here's what we can do. We're going to launch this 40-year-old missile, fly it across the planet, land exactly where we wanted it to in the dark. No problems, no muss, no fuss. Little show of superiority there. I think that's great.
Okay.
We do this occasionally when countries start to get a little mouthy. So it's detente, man.
Okay.
I'm going to rattle my saber, you rattle yours. Let me show you what I'm up to, you know. So there you go. So evidently, we're restarting our nuclear tests, is what they're saying. We're restarting our missile tests. I think a lot of this is to upgrade the systems that are on these older missiles because we actually have a new missile system coming into play. So a new set of missiles that can do bigger, better, faster things. We're even creating our own satellite shield.
Yeah.
So, because that's been a thing too. If you put killer satellites in space to take out your communication and GPS satellites and everything else, then what are you going to do? Pretty much makes all your weapons ineffective, right? So you got to have some kind of shield up there to protect, which is one of the reasons why Space Force was created. And now Starlink has been tapped to launch a bunch of satellites, so we're going to have our own military space shield. Which, yes, about time. I think we could use a little space. I think they're calling it Star Shield. You can use our little Star Shield. Get some security. It's going to have a modular design, interoperability, which means multi-purpose multitasking, rapid development and deployment, scalable, proven partnerships with high technology companies. Bring it. But then you got the Russians. Let's just blow up a satellite and let the space debris take it out. So I think the next major battles, if we have anything resembling a world war, is probably going to be in space first. You know what I mean? Because in space, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah.
That's from Alien. Do you ever see that movie?
Yes.
Okay. It's a long time ago. My dad took me to that movie because we had went and seen Star Wars. And he thought it'd be fun to go see this space movie. That movie scared the shit out of me. I was a youngster. It's back when rated R didn't mean anything. Rated R. You can bring your kid in there. Sure. Bring your 8-year-old in here to see it. That was the most scary monster I ever seen. Before then, I was scared of Bigfoot and stuff. Right? And Wolfman and Dracula, all those 50s characters and junk.
Yeah.
Then you got a xenomorph alien that shoots his own tongue out of his face with an extra set of titanium teeth to chew you up. Dripping acid spit. It was terrible, man. That movie scared the hell out of me.
Okay.
Didn't scare you because it was all cut up with commercials by the time you seen it. Yeah. What? Why are you giving me that look?
Okay.
You know it's true. We watch Alien on TV now. It's like nothing. Yeah, that Hulu series. What's it called? Alien Invasion Earth or something? I think we got to catch up. I think we've missed 4 episodes so far.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm glad we're going to put some satellites up there and take care of stuff. But I did see this and thought this was actually pretty interesting. Starlink has gone down in price a lot for certain things. Did you know that?
No.
Something I pay attention to. So according to this, you can get Starlink for $40 a month.
That's pretty cool.
It's a 100 megabit plan. It's kind of like for smaller households and stuff like that. Yeah. You don't need a higher throughput. So you can have Starlink for $100. And they were selling the Starlink mini equipment for half price. So you could be out in the middle of nowhere and have good usable internet for $40 a month.
Yeah.
Now, compared to what it was, $120 a month, this is a pretty substantial deal, man. Unlimited data. It's wow. And they have even cheaper plans where you can put it in standby and not use it. So if you're going to do camping and stuff like that or be a van dweller, you can get Starlink Mini and have real internet. They do make cell phone boosters, but they're $500. And they're not as good as Starlink. It's crazy. So it's designed as a simpler option for smaller households that don't require higher throughput. So there you go. If you're thinking about Starlink and getting Starlink, now might be the time. And I didn't put this in there because we have a link where you can click on it. And it's just good to know. What? Okay. You don't care about space, not a bit.
I care about this man's Tesla likely first moving hit vehicle by meteorite.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell everybody.
A veterinarian in South Australia may have encountered something out of this world while driving home. Dr. Andrew Melville Smith's routine highway commute was violently interrupted when a small object crashed into his windshield. Despite the shocking impact scattering shards of glass through his brand new Tesla Model Y, cruise control kept the vehicle driving smoothly until he could safely pull over in the dark. Although the projectile wasn't recovered, the windshield glass showed signs of melting and scorching, implying the object that glanced off the car was flying through the atmosphere at meteoric speed, much faster than a bullet. The odds of this impact are estimated to be roughly 1 billion to 1. And if confirmed, it would be the first known meteorite collision with a moving vehicle. I don't know. I think that's probably happened by now.
Yeah, well, this is reported.
Yeah, that's true.
They should put the words in there, reported. I'm sure some knucklehead was going down the road one day and got blasted with a meteorite, and his probably car flipped off in a ditch, and they just, got a wreck.
We've had meteorites in the United States hit homes, and
they had Starlink dropping all sorts of stuff.
That's true.
Or I shouldn't say Starlink, SpaceX.
Was this a meteorite or was this space trash that came in at high velocity?
It could be Russian space trash.
Yeah.
It could be SpaceX space trash.
Yeah.
Because remember, they had a bunch of stuff keep falling in the same place in Western North Carolina. It's like, there you go.
And for some reason, it's Brevard, Bakersville, and Spruce Pine.
Yeah.
So it's like an arc.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of...
It just means wherever they let it go.
Yeah.
When they dropped off that...
and then some in Hendersonville, which is basically...
Same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the same area. Pisgah National Forest really runs all the way through there. Yep.
Yeah.
So you might like this.
Did we talk about... Oh, what?
Talk about what? Go ahead and mention it, because I was going to skip stuff, and you're like, oh.
Well, if it's in the title, I feel like we should say it.
Well, okay.
Okay, this has already been all over a lot of celebrity news, but Kim Kardashian is...
Oh, this is under the dipshittery.
Yeah. She's slamming psychics after failing her bar exam. Now, apparently she's got a show coming out soon about a women-owned law office or whatever.
Yeah.
And she reportedly took to social media on video and claimed that mystics that she'd met with and were obsessed with her told her that she was going to pass the bar. Okay, in light of that failing to come to fruition, she furiously declared that the unnamed mystics were all full pathological liars, don't believe anything they say. For their part, the psychics slammed back by saying this reality star could redeem themselves as Kardashian tends to retake the test. Okay, this is just trash.
Yes.
Nowhere in any of the gossip articles about this does it say whether or not Kim Kardashian studied to pass the bar.
Well, the assumption would be made.
Yes.
But I just think it's funny how, it's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know how many of these psychics said you're going to pass. I mean, say she's got 4 psychics, and she's Kim Kardashian, she's super powerful or whatever. I don't see the
She
draw.
can afford that $9.99 a minute.
Whatever, right? And you're the psychic who's been maybe talking to her, maybe you want to get her business or whatever. Are you really going to go, Kim? Hey, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Because are you going to keep hiring that person?
But then to your point, one of these psychics basically says, well, if she retakes the tests and passes
it, then we still get credit for it?
Then one might be able to argue that my prediction did come out to be correct. Like you said, it's 50-50.
Right.
So is she going to
It's like if you go to a psychic and say, I need you to judge the sex of my unborn child. Mm-hmm. It's 50-50. You know? I mean, if all your questions are basically yes, no, in the psychic world, you got a pretty good chance of being right half the time. But it's just the thing. It's like, so I went to a psychic. I'm going to pass, guys. It's a negative. What?
I just clickbait that I fell for and clicked on.
Well, I fell for this. That's why I stuck it in there.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to, and my idea or thought was, you know, is she just looking at psychics all the time? Is she really into that kind of thing? I wanted to see if there's some history because I don't know a whole lot about her. Mm. I don't watch the Keeping Up with the Kardashians because honestly, I could give not a crap. I just don't care. But and if she's like all into psychic stuff, it's interesting. You know,
the Osbournes were, so
yeah, but you don't see them complaining.
Yeah,
the psychic told me I didn't pass my test or whatever, you know. So, yeah, but I think she's been to a bunch of them, or a bunch of them. You know, we have met with and that we're assessed with. We talk about many mystics, and now they're like, "What do you mean?" It's an odd explanation for her sudden skepticism. Yeah. So it makes me wonder if, like, going back to what you were saying, maybe she was like, "I got this," and just
just walked in there,
just kind of breezed through it, right? Yeah. And all of a sudden, she was shocked when they were like, "Guess who failed a lot? You. You didn't just fail; you failed a lot."
This isn't like an episode of Suits.
Yeah. It's like, how'd you do? Oh, I failed. You're like, oh, you missed one or two, didn't you? They're like, no, I failed the hell out of this test, right? It's like when people, you know, when people kill themselves or have done stupid things to kill themselves, like the one guy that allegedly took an Impala, strapped a JATO rocket to it, and launched himself into the side of a cliff because he's trying to see how fast he could go. And the report was that the state troopers that found him, they were like, he killed the hell out of himself. You know? That's pretty bad. So I guess those psychics hated her, lied to her.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have had one psychic go, hey, how many other psychics or mystics have you talked to? Well, I've talked to 4 or 5, and they're all saying I'm going to do great. She'd be like, well, I'm here to tell you, probably not correct. Yeah, it's pretty silly. This I thought was awesome.
What?
So evidently there was an escaped lion spotted in Ireland, right? Caused a bunch of ruckus. People were freaking out. You know what it was?
Yeah.
It was a shaved dog. So fears that an escaped lion could be roaming around the Irish countryside turned out to be basically unfounded. When the authorities located the creature in question, they discovered it was actually just a shaved dog. So it was an amusing case of mistaken animal identity. And then there's footage of it, right? It says they thought it was a big cat entering a forest in the city, Claire.
Yeah.
The animal had been seen by harvesters working on the site, but it was from a distance and moving through the trees. And so they were like, there's a big cat. Yeah. Because that's become a popular thing. People are starting to say there's big cats in England and basically Ireland and places like in Europe, right? And yeah. So I guess they called the Irish cops. They launched an investigation into the matter, and the subsequent search for the creature turned out to be short-lived. There's a social media post. It's just basically a shaved dog. The recent video of a lion-like animal roaming around the woods in East Clare is in fact a very friendly mouse, which is the name of the Newfoundland dog.
Yeah.
Who was delighted with his recent viral video clip. As they got this peculiar looking pooch, and he's been out there, so he's famous, and he looks like he loves everybody. And he's just a big dog.
He's just named
Mouse.
Yeah.
He's like, hey guys, with an unfortunate haircut. So if you've seen him from a distance, you'd probably think, it's just funny. Poor Mouse. And there's links to YouTube where you can see the dog. So, because everything we talk about on the podcast is in the show notes.
Yeah.
And you can go to CreepGeeks.com and check it out. Which I do have to say that if you've ever gone to our website, we had a couple different links there from different places. One of them I've had to remove.
Oh.
Because I was contacted. They rated us. It was a rating.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you guys are great.
Yeah.
Because we kept showing up in their results. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it is. It's not who we normally say it is. We're rated like number 10 or whatever. It was another one. And they were like, hey, can you take that off because it goes against Google's spamming?
Oh.
And I'm like, well, how is that? And evidently, this company or entity sent that out to a lot of people. Hey, you're rated this and our searches and all that stuff. You should think about subscribing. So I put it on the website, and I guess Google hit them up and said, you can't be just spamming everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's FeedSpot, but I took it down.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be honest, I forgot I put it up because I put certain links in certain places and stuff, and I do update the website periodically. And, yeah. And the only reason why I knew this is because the dude had sent me like 5 or 6 emails. It just kept going to spam folder.
Yeah.
So I didn't see it. And they were like freaking out. So I finally got one. And I thought, well, I don't want to get our website taken down for spamming, but we're not really spamming. If it's just posted somewhere and I'm not actively sending it to you, it's not really spam. Yeah. Now, if they're sending it to everybody, that's a little different. So, yeah, primarily just doing them a favor, I guess. But we took it down. I responded back saying, hey, it's been taken down. We'll see what they do.
Yeah.
So, and we do have links to our sponsor on our website too. So just check out them dog treats, man. They're pretty tasty. Yeah. BARLEY'S bites. So it's got cat treats too. Dog and cat. You need to contact the owners, Omi, and say you need her to whip up some bachelor chow. I mean, they have a nice dehydrator type machine. I'm sure that they could make some bachelor chow.
Yeah.
And then I would like to sample it.
Okay.
So
I'll get on that along with everything else I'm doing right now.
CreepGeeks bachelor chow. What you do is you just blast off a quick email and forget all about it. And then you get a response like months later and be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh.
I already do that every day.
Guess what? That's not even a secret. We all do that. I will respond to you to get you off my list, and then I will eagerly wait your response, and then you'll send it back to me like a month later, and I'll be like, what is this?
I read this thing that messed me up recently, and it was like one of those old meme things, and it says, emails are just turn-based combat. And I was just like...
yes. I see what you've done here. Please respond. That's the best way to do it. I've acknowledged your email. I would like you to respond so I don't have to worry about it until you do.
Or just one email. Following up.
Yeah.
Are we still good?
Hey, just touching base.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah. And, things get desperate. You just send a blank email. You're really like, what is that? You're like, what are you talking about? Oh, the internet must have took it. Yeah.
Oh, my nose.
It's still there.
It's running. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's that. Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, it's almost towards Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you celebrate that kind of thing. We're probably going to do Steaksgiving and just eat steaks. Because what I realize is you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who's to say traditions have to be the way they are? They can be modified for the times since things don't seem to really matter anymore. So why not? What do you think about that?
I think I opened up a window and got all sorts of breaking news.
About?
Foo Fighters.
DoorDash says personal information of customers and Dashers was stolen in a recent data breach 35 minutes ago.
Not shocked. Probably has happened before.
One of my friends uses DoorDash a lot. This is kind of not good.
Yeah.
Full names, phone numbers, email addresses, physical addresses, as well as the drivers, the Dashers information as well.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Can't be too safe.
Yep.
So when you call and get your order of Soylent Green, so yeah, can you get me a 16-ounce bag of bachelor chow and some Soylent Green? Yeah.
Well. Okay.
Well, anyway. Do appreciate you taking time to listen to the podcast. We'll be back in with a better podcast probably once things start to look up a little bit. This has been CreepGeeks Podcast, episode 346, season 9er.
Yep.
It's Noah's Ark, Loch Ness Monster, Solar Storms, Kim Kardashian, the Irish Lion, cheap Starlink, and stranded Chinese astronauts. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. Anyway, I'm done.
All right.
See you later. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye, Sickle.